James and Mike Richter gets the start tonight.
Of course, he's coming off his third shutout of the season. 13-3-1 since he lost his first two games that he played this season. He'll be busy as the Rangers are on the road. This is kind of a surprise. Mike Liut gets the start. Don Beaupre's been their #1 goaltender. But I guess if you look at the records and see what Liut has done against the Rangers this season, you'd understand it.
He's beaten them 3 times, and in those 3 games, his save percentage is .914. Faced 81 shots, stopped 74.
It kind of explains it.
Rangers open up with Darren Turcotte centering for Chris King on the left, Mike Gardner on the right, Mark Hardy and James Patrick on defense. And the Rangers send it in. The Caps have Al Iafrate, number 34, Rod Langway, number 5 on defense. Up front, Michael Pavanka, number 20, Dmitry Kristich, number 8, and Alan May, number 16. This is Pavanka against Gardner. Now May picks up the puck. Here's Langway shooting, saved by Richter. Kristich shoots, he scores! Seconds into the game, Dmitry Kristich puts the Caps in front.
That was a rebound that Kristich scored on. I was watching Kristich shoot the puck in warm-up, and was he snapping it well. He takes it here, uses James Patrick as a partial screen. Richter never recovered to get square, and the puck went over his shoulder. Here's a reverse angle look at it. Langway will get the assist on the wrist shot from the point. I think Mike Richter got caught leaning, thinking perhaps a pass. Roger Nielsen started a very different line for the Rangers. King, Turcotte, and Gardner, a line that isn't together very often, and the Caps score first.
And then back they come into the Rangers zone. Beukeboom got it over to Tony Amonte. Rangers have Messier, Amonte, and Graves on with Leach and Beukeboom. Amonte moving in. Amonte's shot is blocked. He takes another one. Liut stops. Kevin Hatcher on with Kalle Johansson, Ridley, Miller, and Krieger for Washington. Johansson moves it around the boards. And now it's brought out by Todd Krieger. Cross ice for Kelly Miller. Miller checked by Leaf. Good check into the boards. Miller goes after the puck and gets it again. Fires in front. It's blocked by Beukeboom. The goal is Kristich's 17th from Langway and May at 27 seconds. Krieger cutting in, stopped by Richter at the post.
The Caps are starting very quickly here. You had to expect that after you think about the last game in which the Rangers dominated the Caps. Remember, the Rangers haven't skated since Monday, and that's a long time for a hockey player to go without skating.
Rangers now have Nemchinov on with Koser and Eriksson, Hardy and Patrick. And the Caps have Sylvain Cote, number 3. Mike Lawler, number 26, on defense. Randy Burridge, number 18, with Dale Hunter and Dino Ciccarelli. This is Ciccarelli. Gets the shot off Richter, the tough save. The back pass intercepted by Eriksson. Caps really coming out strong in this one. We've played a little over 2 minutes. Along the boards, Patrick pinching in. Hunter plays it for Washington. Gets by Joey Koser. Taken down, penalty called. Nemchinov will go. Caps get a power play. Koser squares off with Lawler. Things settle down, but with 17:43 to go in the first, the Caps lead 1-0. Nemchinov for slashing at 2:17 puts the Caps on the power play.
Only the 3rd minor of the season for the Rangers. Nemchinov. Koser was working on Hunter first. As you see the play along the boards, and then Nemchinov comes in, and with the strength that he has, knocked Hunter off balance, creating the turnover, and it would have been a quality scoring chance for Jan Eriksson. So Washington's #1 ranked power play goes to work, and almost 26% on home ice.
They're 2 for 13 in their last 3 games, but prior to that, they had scored 3 in each of 2 games, so they're 8 for 25 overall in the last 5. They've scored 44 power play goals. That's the most of any team in the NHL.
That's 8 for 25 since the Rangers were here in Washington. And the Rangers shut them out that night on the power play. Washington was 0 for 4.
Pavanka, Ridley, and Ciccarelli. Cote and Iafrate for the power play. Turcotte and Broughton, Hardy and Moeller, the Rangers penalty-killing unit. Cote fanned, and Broughton gets out of the zone with a puck. He's pulled down, trying to draw a penalty. Did not. Broughton moves in and feeds Turcotte. He shoots. Liut, the glove save, and he holds on.
Good play. Real good play by Broughton. Now he's upsetting Iafrate. It was interesting to watch Broughton try and draw the penalty. You know he takes a dive when his feet go out first. It happens a lot with Broughton. Fraser said no. But Broughton recovered and got the puck, set up the scoring chance from Turcotte. There you see Broughton working. The referee, Kerry Fraser, saying the stick was in the midsection. It probably was. From Cote, the defenseman who had fanned on that cross-ice pass. But Broughton doing his job here, doing it well. He's upset the Caps a little bit during his penalty-killing shift.
Roger Nielsen feeling a little bit better after a couple of days off. Had a bad bout with the flu on Monday night.
But he gave it to Wayne Cashman.
Yeah,
the assistant coach who's on the bench, and he's hurting bad.
The officials tonight, Kerry Fraser, the referee, Pierre Champoux, and Mark Vines are the linesmen. Messier and Graves are on now for the Rangers. 1:10 to go in the power play for the Caps. Kevin Hatcher with Kalle Johansson, Kristich, Hunter, and Burridge. And the Caps are offside. 16:47 to go in this first period, with the Caps leading 1-0. Caps coach Terry Murray says Mark Messier is a very important man, and the best thing to do is keep the puck away from him.
That's interesting strategy. Messier is a player, loves to carry it through the neutral zone, loves to carry it on the power play, loves to have it, period. And the strategy by the Caps is just try and keep the puck away from Messier whenever he's on the ice.
Johansson and Hatcher start to move up ice. This is Randy Burridge, the leading point scorer for the Caps with 45. Beukeboom drives it around the boards. It's blocked by Kristich. Loose puck, Burridge gets to it. Leach is out in front, defending. Burridge has it. Now Hunter. Hunter centers, comes all the way through to Hatcher. Hatcher plays it to Kristich and gets it back. Across to Johansson. Into the corner to Burridge. Quickly around to Kristich. Blocked by Beukeboom. Messier goes for the puck. Tries to move it out of the zone, and he does. 22 seconds remaining in the power play for the Caps.
Remember that set play Washington likes to use? The pass from the low corner to the left of Richter, right across the top of the goal crease to Kristich. But the Rangers have not allowed them to set up just yet.
Hunter working against Eriksson. Back to the point, Johansson. Down the boards to Hunter. Burridge in the corner. Final seconds of the power play. Hunter cross ice, intercepted by Patrick. Hand clear, it's loose. Rangers have it, back at full strength. Turcotte leads Nemchinov. Sergei Nemchinov is in, and he's stopped by Liut. Fine save by Mike Liut, who played the backhand shot. Nemchinov moving away from Hatcher. Doug Wade has the puck, and he's bumped. Hardy sends it in. 15:20 to go in the first period. Caps leading 1-0, and they're now 0 for 1 on the power play. They had no shots on goal during that power play. Pavanka moving in against Zarella, feeding to Kyprios, and his shot went wide. Patrick moves it up the boards and out of the zone, missed by Langway. Iafrate and Gardner chasing for it, and it's an icing on the Rangers. Exactly 5 minutes gone by in the first period, with the Caps leading 1-0. Dmitry Kristich has the goal, giving the Caps the lead.
Rangers at the end of the penalty kill get a real nice play here. Hard work by Patrick to find Turcotte, who leads Nemchinov. He just stepped out of the penalty box. He gets a little tug from Johansson there to knock him off balance. Mike Liut closed the legs. Looks like Liut's done his homework, knowing that Nemchinov likes to go side to side, opening the goaltender's legs and sliding it back through.
Iafrate has it as the Caps control the faceoff. He's pressed by Ogrodnik. Rangers have Wade, Ogrodnik, and Gartner on the ice. This is Michael Pavanka with the puck. Pavanka pressed by Wade along the boards. Gets loose. Wade picks him up, chops at the stick, and the Rangers take over. Randy Moeller carrying. Rangers scratching. Pear Juice, Norman Rochefort, Ty Domi, and newly acquired Randy Gillen, who skated with the Rangers for the first time in warm-up prior to the start of tonight's game. Gartner with the puck, centering. Wait, banned on the shot. Here come the Caps. John Druce, number 19, with the puck. Druce sent flying. Rangers come back with the puck. Ogrodnik, whistle for a two-line pass against the Rangers. Stop the play.
Good hit by Mike Gartner to knock the puck away and knock the body down of John Druce. Rangers had another scoring chance, and Doug Waite couldn't get the puck on his forehand. He got it on the backhand, went to put it to the forehand, and just missed. If you notice, some makeup underneath the eyes of Doug Wade as he skates around. It ain't makeup.
That's not makeup.
That's the old Rocky Raccoon look.
We're talking double black eye syndrome. Wow.
That's a couple of souvenirs.
But he says he feels fine. Wait. Amati gets to the puck, and this is Messier bringing it across with Graves, playing it into the corner. Johansson back for it, over skates. Graves is there. Now Amati finds the loose puck, looking for Messier. Johansson staying with Amati. Leach comes down the board. Amati puts it in front to Messier. Saved by Liut.
Hit it right in the mask.
Graves has the puck, and he's checked by Hatcher.
That's where you have to shoot on Liut. He loves to go down and use his long legs to take away the low shot. Messier had the right idea.
Messier getting free, charging toward the net, and they score!
Gary Fraser's looking at both linesmen right now, looking for a signal. He wasn't sure whether it should be allowed or not. He looked over at both linesmen. Nobody said anything, and he signaled goal, and Rangers marked Messier. Boy, did he go to work here. This is after Messier had the quality scoring chance. Now watch the Bull just go to the front of the net. He just drives in there and finds a way to put it in. It went off of Hatcher's left skate and in. Gary Fraser looked around to see if the goal should be allowed, if his linesman had seen anything, and then signaled goal. That's Graves in front with Hatcher. There's the shot, and there's the puck going in. Gary Fraser looks around, and it's 1-1 as Messier gets it done.
Wow, he picks up where he left off in the last game. Mark Messier, who scored a hat trick against the Caps in their last game. Here's Eriksson coming in. Messier ties it. Koser shoots, saved by Liut. Peter Bondra sending it out to Dmitry Kristich. Now it's Bondra sending it in, banging it off the glass. Patrick is back for it. Alan May hits him. Played ahead, a bouncing puck comes out in front, cleared aside by Koser. Along the boards, Patrick checked by May. Eriksson gets it free. Koser plays the puck. Intercepted by Cote coming back.
Washington was winning this thing 1-0. They went on the power play. If they made it 2-0, it may have been a landslide. The Rangers' penalty killing was terrific. Never allowed the Caps a shot. And the Rangers have stopped the entire Cap momentum and come back to tie it.
There's Eriksson sending it in. Off the corner boards, Lawler. Good check in there by Koser. Nemchinov comes out in front and a save by Liut. Here's Dmitry Kristich coming out with the puck. Kristich moving against Moeller, takes him out of the play. Nemchinov taking over. The Rangers' goal, Messier, is 16th from Amati and Graves at 6:21. Shot by King is a save by Johansson. 1-1 the score. Turcotte almost took it away. Finally, Kristich goes back to the defense. Ally Afraidy. Here's Burridge across against Sorella. Saved by Richter. Into the corner goes the two players and the puck. Turcotte moves it up the boards. Johansson stops it. Down the board for Hunter. Hunter heading for the net. Pass in front. Penalty upcoming on the Rangers. And the whistle stops play as King drives it out of the zone. There's a high sticking call coming up. Looks to be on Jeff Beukeboom with 11:56 to go in the first period. Beukeboom for high sticking at 8:04 gives the Caps their second power play of the game. They are 0 for 1.
And 0 for their last 5 here in the Cap Center against the Rangers. The Rangers took away that cross-ice pass. The dot where the referee or the linesman standing where he's about to drop the puck. That's where the Caps like to get the puck and pass it over to the right side of Mike Richter for the one-time tap-in shot.
Caps are 6 for 24 on the power play in the season series against the Rangers, but 0 for their last 5 as they were shut out last meeting. Cicerelli is on with Ridley and Pavanka, Cote and Iafrate. Graves with a hit on Cote. Ridley sets up Pavanka, shot blocked by Hardy. Hardy and Patrick, Messier and Graves for the Rangers.
That's a little play, but it's a smart one. Hardy went right out to the Cap player before he got the pass, taking away the 2-on-1 where Cicerelli was wide open.
Pavanka brings it in with Ridley. Along the boards, Cicerelli. Back behind the net, Ridley to Pavanka, who takes a hit from Hardy. Cicerelli has the puck along the board. Cross ice to Cote, back to Iafrate. Iafrate tried to beat Graves, couldn't do it. Here comes Messier. Cote getting back. Messier looking. Hardy's cutting in. Messier didn't see him, and he brings it back out to center to kill some time. All the way across to Eriksson. Eriksson tied up with Pavanka, who moves the puck up the boards. Cote trying to get it clear, and he does, finding Mike Ridley. Ridley brings it across. Ridley looking, is checked by Brian Leach. His pass off a skate, gets to Hatcher. Hatcher has it knocked away. Leach trying to gain control. Nemchinov unable to clear though. Ciccarelli feeds Ridley. Ridley into the corner to Randy Burridge. Burridge picked up by Leach. Takes him out of the play. Ciccarelli goes for the puck. Ciccarelli behind the net. Ciccarelli was slashed, or did the stick get up into his face?
Up into his face. I think they're saying it was an elbow. Oh, it's on the arm. Terry Fraser's saying it was a high stick, but it was across the arm of Ciccarelli. Ciccarelli says no, it was in the face. But there is a penalty. There's 39 seconds left in Beukeboom's minor. And it may have been Brian Leach who gets caught. He may be getting the gate.
.35 to go in the first period. Cirella's going on. It's a 5-minute major to Joe Cirella for slashing and a game misconduct at 9:25. So the Rangers will be down 2 men for 39 seconds and 1 for the full 5 minutes.
Now Messier just talked to Kerry Fraser. Fraser was pointing to his arm above his elbow and then to his face. There's Cirella. You see the slash? I see what happens. Ciccarelli's bent over. The stick hit the shoulder of Ciccarelli, but the blade was pointed up, and it was the tip of the blade that caught Ciccarelli in the face. 5 minutes and gonzo. So the Rangers are without a defenseman for the rest of the way.
1-1 the score with 10:35 remaining in the first. 5-on-3 advantage for the Caps. Burridge has the puck. Moving in. Now it's Hunter. Back to Burridge. Kristich is set up down low. Across the Hatcher. Save. Rebound. Another save. And cleared by Messier. Richter making 2 big saves. Kristich has the puck. 22 seconds to go in the 2-man advantage. Rangers clear. 1-1 the score. 15 seconds to go in the 2-man advantage. Hatcher back with the puck. Hatcher and Johansson. Burridge, Kristich, and Hunter up front. This is Burridge carrying across. Burridge still with the puck. Beukeboom set to return. Johansson down low to Hunter. They score! Now, it'll still be a 1-man advantage on the 5-minute major. The power play goal for the Caps gives them a 2-1 lead as Kristich was down low.
That's the play. Doesn't matter if it's 5-on-3 or 5-on-4. This is the play they love to use. There's the puck. Now watch to the right side of Mike Richter. Boom. There it is. Cross ice pass, getting Richter moving in the opposite direction, and they find the open man. This is the famous Washington Capitol play. One side to the other side, bingo. Not much chance at all for the goaltender, and the Rangers' penalties have hurt them here.
So it counts as a 5-on-4 goal. Here's Nemchinov on another breakaway. He stands on it, and then Liu makes a save. Oh, second breakaway for Nemchinov for the second time Liu stopped him. And a big save by Liu.
He was hooked by Iafrate, which again took away the play that he really wanted to do. The previous breakaway, he got hooked by Johansson at the last second. That hurt him on both breakaways.
It's a major power play advantage for the Caps. A 5-on-4. They're leading 2-1. Kristich getting his second goal of the game and his third power play goal against the Rangers this season. This is Pavanka, who's on with Ciccarelli and Ridley. Cote and Iafrate. Cross ice intended for Ciccarelli. Eriksson and Nemchinov. Once again, Nemchinov trying to break out. Eriksson, Nemchinov, Leach, and Beukeboom for the Rangers. Now Turcotte and Broughton come on. Tipped into the Rangers' zone. Pavanka. The puck is blocked in front. Leach picks it up and fires it again, intended for Broughton. That power play goal scored by Kristich was on a 5-on-4. It came 40 seconds into the major power play advantage. There were 39 seconds remaining in the previous penalty. So the Rangers have still not allowed a goal on a 5-on-3 situation.
Right, only team in the league not to allow that situation.
The goal, Kristich, is 18th from Hunter, a power play goal at 10:05, giving the Caps the 2-1 lead.
There's that hook, knocking off balance. Nemchinov in the second shot, or the second wave at the puck, was kind of a weak one. Watch the hook, pulling Nemchinov off balance completely. That's why he fans. He then got a chance at it again and just flipped it up and hit Mike Liut with it. The Caps have been very lucky. They've recovered just enough to catch Nemchinov twice.
3:10 remaining in the power play advantage for the Caps. Rangers control the faceoff and clear all the way down. Hatcher and Johansson on now with Miller, Bondra, and Druce. Rangers with Turcotte and Broughton, Patrick and Hardy. Bounces to the back of the net. Hardy gets to the puck. Patrick going for it and able to clear. 8:20 to go in the first period. Caps leading 2-1. Johansson forced the other way. Now it's Hatcher. Across to Bondra, plays it for Kelly Miller, and Miller went offside and takes a hard hit for Broughton. And there's Broughton agitating once again.
Hey, he hit Miller at the same time that the whistle sounded. It was a clean hit. Players reacting. The Rangers had scored first in 10 of 15 divisional games this season. They're 10-5 in the division. And a different story here in Washington as Washington scored the first one.
Interesting matchup. The Caps 11-5 in the division. The Rangers one of only 4 teams in the NHL with a winning record on the road. And the Caps have an excellent home ice record. Beukeboom sending it all the way down. 2.5 minutes to go in the power play advantage. Johansson picks up the puck. Graves and Messier are on now. Hardy knocked down Hunter in center ice. Hunter just skated up to him. Hardy said, "Get out of my face." Messier takes the puck away. Messier, who has the Rangers goal, sends it around the boards. Johansson picks it up. Ollie Johansson, who's 8th among NHL defensemen in scoring, moves it out to Dale Hunter. Richter stops the puck, fires it up the glass. Johansson knocks it down, and it's batted out by Graves. Under 2 minutes to go on the power play advantage. The major advantage now 1:50 to go. Cirella sent off. 5-minute major for slashing Dino Ciccarelli. You know, we talked about the Rangers playing tough and hard, but not taking bad penalties. They've taken a couple here in the first period.
You know, the Cirella slash time, I think it was one of those things where Ciccarelli was bent over. It was a penalty, but not a penalty he took on purpose by any means.
Long shot by Iafrate goes wide. But the reason I felt it was a bad one was they were down a man.
The timing
take a slash.
Timing's awful, but when a player skates by, you hack at him and you hack at his arms, and Ciccarelli happened to be bent over at the time. I'm not making any excuses, but I just think it was one of those accidental plays. It has to be called. Here's a good low shot that goes wide, and Richter recovers as the puck comes off the backboards. And Washington, they are now plus 19 with their special teams on the season. The Rangers are plus 1 with their special teams. That includes power play goals for and against, plus shorthanded goals for and against.
Caps have 45 power play goals. They have given up 26. Shorthanded goals, they're even 4-4. Rangers, shorthanded goals, they've scored 3 and given up 6.
They could have had a couple here. Nemchinov for the breakaway. 1
minute to go in the power play advantage for the Caps. Beukeboom with a hard hit on Pavanka. Ciccarelli moves it around to Ridley. Ridley checked by Leach. In the corner, Pavanka. Back to Ridley. Looking for Ciccarelli. Finds him. Tees up the shot. Save Richter. Pavanka scores on the rebound. The second time they've got a rebound goal. It's still a power play advantage. The Caps now lead 3-1.
All 3 Capital goals have been scored from the same spot. Just to the right side of Mike Richter and just at the top of the goal crease. Good shot. The Caps try to keep the puck on this side of the ice. I've said it and said it and said it. Then they'll move it across to find the open man. As Moeller moves out, Pavanka moves across the open man. And Pavanka released the shot real quick. Power play goal, the second of the game for the Caps.
He had only scored 1 goal since November the 25th. Michael Pavanka.
That's 13 games, only 1 goal until this one.
Makes it a 3-1 game, 35 seconds to go on the major power play advantage for the Caps, who have scored 2 power play goals and now lead 3-1. Ciccarelli deflected, they score again! Randy Burridge! And the Caps making the Rangers pay.
James Patrick lost his glove in behind Mike Richter, thought that maybe a penalty would have been called, and then Burridge moves out, and he'll score on the rebound, getting away from everybody. Boom. Burridge is in the middle of a couple of guys. Richter tried to fire it around. Patrick is held up right there by Hunter. Loses his glove and goes down. He's down. And as he gets up to recover, Burridge got to the puck first. Patrick with only one glove on.
First goal for Randy Burridge against the Rangers this season. He had 6 assists in the previous 4 games. And it's now 4-1, so the Caps have scored 3 power play goals during this major power play advantage during the 5-minute major assist to Joe Cirella. 20 seconds to go on the Washington power play. 5:50 to go in the first period. It's 4-1 Caps. Messier with a takeaway from Burridge. Here comes Hunter. Hunter brings it in. Hunter across to Burridge. Leads it for Cicerelli. He's checked by Patrick. Burridge centers in front. Hunter to Johansson. Save made. It's batted in. No goal. It was batted in with a high stick. Fraser waves it off. And the Rangers able to get a break here.
With 1 second left on the major penalty to Joe Cirella when this puck went in. Richter with a great save. The puck goes up, and what does it hit? Ah, right there. Hatcher got it. Or pardon me, Johansson got it. Johansson was the man. Johansson's right in front, number 6. He'll get the shot. The good save, and it's Johansson's stick way up. The rule is shoulder height. You see there, it's way above. And he knocks it over the line. No goal. First break the Rangers had quite some time.
The Caps goal, last goal was Burridge, his 14th. Well, let's go before that. Pavanka is 12th from Cicerelli and Ridley at 13:37, and then Burridge his 14th from Cicerelli and Hunter at 13:58. 2 goals in 21 seconds, 3 goals in 3 minutes and 53 seconds during the major power play advantage. And the teams will be back at full strength in 1 second. 5:36 to go in the first. The Caps leading 4-1. And taking advantage of the 5-minute major to Joe Cirella. Teams are at full strength. Kristich with the puck. Long way to come back for the Rangers. Sharp angle shot by Pavanka, juggled and held by Richter. Play stops with 5:25 to go in the first period. We'll be back in just a moment. The Caps with the big lead. That goal by Randy Burridge now gives them goals in 4 straight games.
The only good thing for the Rangers with this lead that Washington has is there's lots of time left. 5:22 remaining in the first period. The time is on their side. But this is a good team to have to come back against when you're down 4-1.
Gartner has the puck. Big drive. Saved by Liut. Ogrodnik's rebound. Another save by Liut. Kristich takes the puck. Ogrodnik takes it away from him. Gartner goes forward. He's battling Kristich and Langway. Ogrodnik's pass blocked by Langway. Here come the Caps. Pavanka leads Bondra. Beukeboom back. Peter Bondra shoots. Saved by Richter. Leach overskates the rebound. Here's Kristich beating Pavanka, who scores. It's 5-1. The Caps just driving to the net, unmolested that time.
You're absolutely right. It goes back even further than that. Through the neutral zone, the Caps have gained a lot of speed and made the Rangers back up, made the Rangers sit on their heels. The rebound goes outside. This will now be 4 of 5 goals scored from this spot right there. 4 of 5 from the same spot to the right side of Mike Richter. A reverse angle look at it. The Rangers are in good shape. It's 3 on 4, yet the Caps are able to move in and score. The Rangers are losing battles for loose pucks, and during that play, it shouldn't have happened.
Michael Pavanka, who had only 1 goal in his last 13 games, has scored 2 in the first period tonight. With 4.5 minutes to go in the first, it's 5-1 Washington. And we talked about that first period. The Rangers not having skated since Monday. The Caps had skated this morning. Miller with a takeaway from Messier. Shoots, saved by Richter. Miller to the rebound, blocked in front by Leach. Gets it away to Messier. Messier looking. Plays it for Almonte. Cleared out.
Sam, Mike Richter stopping the first shots. The Rangers better start picking up people around the net as they get to the rebound.
Out comes Ricker to play it to the side. Knocked down by Krieger. He shoots it. It's blocked. Krieger in the corner. Looking to make a pass. He does to Kelly Miller. Cote looking for the puck. Graves packs it away from him. Graves fires across to Tony Amonte. Trying to leave it for Messier, but Messier was heading for the bench. Rangers send it in and go for a change. Pivonka with his second of the game, 13th of the season from Kristich and Bondra at 15:08, giving the Caps a 5-1 lead. Kosar trying to taunt Kyprios into a penalty. Couldn't do it. He's hitting Kyprios. There's a delayed offside. The fans were roaring, thinking a penalty was coming up on Kosar. 3:15 to go in the first period. Patrick, Kyprios, forechecking on him. Kosar. Caps all over the Rangers in this first period. Kosar with a good hit. Pivonka flying. Graves got entangled with John Druce. They both went down. Pivonka puts it in front. Tipped wide by Kyprios. He just missed. Caps trying to bust this thing wide open. If it isn't wide open already.
Yes, they already have.
Pivonka checked by Moeller. Druce gets to the puck. Back to the near side. Erickson against Kyprios. And Fraser looks at it and lets him play.
He kicked his feet up.
Kosar drives it out of the net to Nemchinov. Nemchinov was robbed on two short-handed situations. Erickson's going off.
Druce went over to Erickson. Actually, Druce is going to get it.
Yeah.
Erickson gets a shot, I thought, with his stick. It looks like it'll be a penalty upcoming to Washington. That was a nasty shift. The Caps, Kyprios, tried to play very, very tough and rugged that shift.
Rangers will get their first power play of the game with 2:02 remaining in the first period. The Caps leading 5-1.
Him down to the ice. And it was later on during the shift. This is Kosar with Kyprios. Kosar landed a right there and tried to get Kyprios to perhaps drop the gloves. Kyprios, at the end of the shift, going to the bench, ran into Jan Eriksson and took the penalty.
Kyprios for slashing at 17:58. Rangers
him down to the ice. And it was later on during the shift. This is Kosar with Kyprios. Kosar landed a right there and tried to get Kyprios to perhaps drop the gloves. Kyprios, at the end of the shift, going to the bench, ran into Jan Eriksson and took the penalty.
Kyprios for slashing at 17:58. Rangers power play is 5 for 18 against the Caps thus far in the season series, with Turcotte scoring 2 of the 5. Battle in the corner between Gartner and Miller. Caps penalty killing has been perfect over the last 5 games, and 29 for their last 29 since the Rangers scored against them in their last meeting. Rangers digging along the boards. Miller killing time, doing a great job, and Ridley tries to clear it, stopped by Turcotte. Turcotte with it. Back to Moeller. Wrist shot, saved Liut. Gartner, Waite, Turcotte, Moeller, and Leach for the Rangers power play. Now Patrick comes on. 1:20 to go in the first period. Following the first period, we'll have an interview with Dino Cicerelli that JD did prior to the start of tonight's game. Here's a chance for Burridge with Pivonka. Burridge looking, passing, score! No, score! A short-handed goal by Michael Pivonka. He's got a hat trick in the first period. It's 6-1 Washington.
Rangers turned it over in the neutral zone. This is the end of the play. 2-on-1, perfect pass, perfect shot. Pivonka with a hat trick. You know, Pivonka, here's the turnover. As the Rangers were checked right there by Pivonka. That created the turnovers. The Rangers were moving up ice. And because of that turnover, only Brian Leach is back. Watch a pass. Watch a shot.
Oh.
Wow. You know, Kristich, Bondra, Pivonka, none of them have been scoring for the Caps. You look at this first period, they've got 6 goals, 3 from Pivonka, 2 from Kristich. They needed them to get scoring to continue that pace for first place. And if they ever responded here, Washington has been just super in the first period. Look at, I mean, this pass is so perfect through the legs, and then the shot through the legs. And poor Mike Richter, I mean,
oh, man,
what are you going to do?
Oh. What a nightmare. And Randy Burridge continues his superb play, a goal and an assist, giving him 47 points on the season. 1:05 to go in this first period. 6-1 Caps as the Rangers give up their 7th shorthanded goal this season.
It's the 3rd special team goal Washington has scored in this first period. Pardon me, the 4th. 3 on the power play and the 1 shorthanded. Man, that's the story of the period right there.
Patrick looking for Ogrodnik, tipped it on goal. You stopped it. Ogrodnik has it again. Back pass to Messier. Messier with Leach and Patrick. Almonte and Ogrodnik. Patrick to Almonte. 6-1 Washington. 35 seconds to go in the first period. Pass intended for Almonte goes all the way through. Almonte around to Messier. Back to Almonte.
The Rangers would like to call the league and ask them to start the game over. Could we start at 8:30 instead of 7:30?
6-1 Leach with the puck.
Now you want to get out of good habits, or out of bad habits, and get back to good habits.
Patrick shoots high, and it's gloved by Liu. Drops it off, and that'll do it for the power play. And that will do it. Here's Messier in, hit the post, and he score on the rebound.
That's the goal, and it counts. Kerry Fraser says yes. The clock says 00.0. But Kerry Fraser was in and watched the puck go over the line. It is a goal, and it's now 6-2. You'll see the lead linesman on the goal line way over in the back. It's his job to watch the clock and blow the whistle when the clock says 0. Kerry Fraser watches the goal line and the puck, and if he does not hear the linesman's whistle before the puck goes over the goal line, it's a goal. And that's the ruling of the linesman. You see point 3, point 2, and the puck's over the line. Point 1 and the puck's over, and you see the skate of the linesman on the goal line. The officials are perfectly schooled to watch the offensive play at the end of the period for that reason, and Shampoo was just explaining it to Terry Murray.
Well, that should give the Rangers a little bit of a lift after a disastrous first period. The Caps blowing the Rangers out of the building. There's still 2 periods to go. The Rangers are down 6-2. Ogrodnik gets the goal, and we'll be back with Dino Ciccarelli in a moment. Summary is brought to you by Amtrak's Atlantic City Express. It's how the good times roll. Dmitry Kristich got it all started at 27 seconds. Then Mark Messier tied it from Almonte and Graves at 6:21. Then after the Joe Cirella 5-minute major for slashing, Kristich at 10:05 from Hunter, Pavanka at 13:37 from Ciccarelli and Ridley, Burridge from Ciccarelli and Hunter. That made it 4-1. Pavanka made it 5-1 at 15:08 from Kristich and Vondra. Pavanka made it 6-1 with a shorthanded goal, and then John Ogrodnik at 19:59. And Leach's assist extends his 2 streaks. His point-scoring streak is 14. His assist streak is now 12. Rangers outshot the Caps. That's incorrect. The Caps outshot the Rangers in that first period, 18-15. Caps 3 for 6 on the power play. Rangers 0 for 1, and John Van Beesbroek is now in goal for the New York Rangers, replacing Mike Richter. John Van Beesbroek lifetime against the Caps with a record of 11-14-3, 3.36 goals against. This is his 2nd appearance against them this season. He has a loss. Langway is pinning one of the Rangers down. That's a Monty shot by Hardy. It's high, bounces off the glass. Krieger trying to clear was blocked by Patrick, pinching in. Patrick centers and it's blocked. Graves trying to tee up a shot. He's double teamed with a lot of holding going on, and Kelly Miller gets out. Miller, Krieger, and Ridley for the Caps with Langway and Iafrate. Almonte, Graves, and Messier, Hardy, and Patrick for the Rangers. Almonte has the puck. Toward the net. Broken up by Ridley. Messier on him, and now Kelly Miller. Pass deflected across. Krieger waits for it. He's tied up in center by Beukeboom. Broughton gave it away to Ridley. Iafrate has it knocked away by Turcotte. He sends it toward the Rangers zone, and Hardy plays it. Here's a lead for Turcotte. Moving in and shooting. Save, Liu. Chris King fires it across. Krieger tries to clear, blocked by Beukeboom. Turcotte poking inside of the net. Liu moves it around the boards for Druce. Stopped by Chris King. King picks up the puck against John Druce. Wards off the check. King shoots, and a save off the stick of Liu. Good effort by Chris King. King backhands it a hit off the skate of Iafrate on goal, and Liu covers up in the crease.
2 good shifts for the Rangers to start the 2nd period. They start trailing by 4 goals. The Messier line comes out, gets themselves a scoring chance. And then this line with Turcotte, Broughton, and King they get themselves a couple of scoring chances. The Rangers, feeling that time is still on their side, try to pressure Terry Murray's Washington Capitals. Special teams have been spectacular on home ice for the Capitals this season, and did they ever prove that fact in the first period here?
Yes, and we've only played a minute 28 into the second period. Caps with 6 goals. That's the most goals they've scored in a period this season and the most goals the Rangers have given up in a period this season. Cote avoiding Chris King. Beukeboom pinching in. King behind the net. Now it's Broughton. He's checked by Cote. Rangers working hard along the boards. King trying to work it free. Broughton is there as they work against Cote. Cote able to move it up the board. Gave it away to Turcotte. He feeds King. Save Liut. Oh, big save by Mike Liut. King was set up alone in front. Puck sent in by Nick Kyprios. Kyprios on with Druce and Pavanka. Druce gets to the puck. Gives it back to Pavanka. Shot tipped in the corner by Beukeboom. Beukeboom plays it behind the net to Brian Leetch. Up the middle for Turcotte. Gets out of the zone. Broughton goes to the left side. Turcotte moves in. Turcotte stopped by Kyprios. And the puck cleared out by Lawler to Pavanka. Pavanka controlling. Lost control of the puck. And King is back for it. Able to feed Broughton. Broughton moves in against Cote. Cote ties him up along the boards. Pavanka gets there and clears the zone. Dino Ciccarelli. 2.5 minutes gone by in the second. Randy Burridge moves across. Met by Beukeboom. Broughton up the boards. Out comes Nemchinov. Nemchinov with Graves. Nemchinov leaves it for Graves. Knocked away by Hatcher. Hatcher and Graves into the corner. Good check by Hatcher. Nemchinov reaches in for the puck. Nemchinov pulled down by Hunter. Hunter trying to work it out of the zone. He does. Johansson. Lead for Ciccarelli. He's in. He shoots. Save Van Beesbrook. Cleared aside by Hardy. Ciccarelli to Burridge. Good help from Hardy as the puck got through the pads of Van Beesbrook, but he got most of it on that big drive.
John Erickson, I don't think, has returned for the second period. That's why you see Graves on the left side with Nemchinov and Kosar. Remember, Erickson had his feet kicked out by Kyprios, and he landed very, very hard on his back, and it may have acted up. I don't think he's back for the second period.
The Rangers would like to suit up Randy Gillen right about now.
Exactly right. Gillen may see some ice time Saturday, 5 o'clock on the island.
There's a race for the puck. Kosar gets to it. Hatcher is back. Kosar. Spinorama. Kosar still with it. Backhander goes wide. Nemchinov has it. Nemchinov to the point man Moeller. Wrist shot. Save Liut through the screen of Kosar. Another save by Liut. Mike Liut, 2 big saves as Kosar and Hatcher get entangled. Hunter agitates.
And the one good thing about the second period has been Mike Liut. 3 or 4 real good saves as the Rangers press.
16:06 to go in the second. Caps with a big lead.
To some of the action during the second period as the Rangers press. You see King and Broughton. King with a shot. Broughton's wide open on the other side. Mike Liut with a real good save, and he kicked the puck away from everyone. This is the last Rangers scoring chance. Kosar's in front, and Mike Liut makes the save again.
Played 4 minutes in the second period. Rangers have pressed. Caps have been able to hold them off the board. Good check by Ogrodnik on Kristic, forcing the turnover. Gartner around, save. Rebound, Ogrodnik goes wide. Liut trying to hold the puck against the post, and he does.
That's the best thing that Mike Liut can do. The Rangers all over the Caps, just missing the net with a couple of chances. Liut could have moved the puck, but decided to, hey, listen, slow it down, take the face off, and try and slow the Rangers as they're pressing with some good work habits here. Rangers with just a first period that everything went wrong. They trailed 6-2 as the Caps dominated on special teams. The Rangers working very, very hard here early in the second.
You know, the last game Pittsburgh played, Joey Mullen got 4 goals. He's got 2 again tonight in the first period.
Wow.
Joey Mullen has 9 goals in the last 5 games for Pittsburgh.
That gives him 23 on the season. I don't know if he's ever had 20 before Christmas before.
Here the Rangers pressing. That shot by Waite goes wide. Gartner finds Moeller. Moeller shoots high. It's knocked down off of Waite. Waite turns and shoots. Blocked in front by Hatcher. Kristic comes out with a puck. 6-2 Caps. 4.5 minutes gone by in the second. Here's a feed to Kristic. Looking for a hat trick. He slid it wide. Pavanka already has a hat trick. Kristic has 2. And Burridge 1 for Washington. Doug Waite across.
Wait, looking, feed to Leach. Tipped into the corner. Gardner centering. Now out comes Peter Bondra. Now Kristich across. Drop to Bondra. Bondra's in. He shoots. Save Van Beesbroek. Bondra's got the puck again. Bondra with weight all over him. Kristich comes in to help out. Moeller wraps him up, and the puck cleared out.
It's an all-European line on the ice. Kristich, Bondra, and Pavanka. And that last offensive rush, it looked like it with all those drop passes. Good save by Van Beesbroek.
Iafrate carrying. Iafrate avoids Graves. Moves in nicely. Plays it around the boards for Krieger. Patrick gets there first. Patrick takes a hit from Ridley. Graves tied up by Miller. Puck moved up the boards. Amonte's got it. Feeds Hardy. Hardy sending it ahead to Tony Amonte. Graves rather messy ahead for the net. Pass in front. Broke it up nicely by Iafrate. Drives it up the boards and all the way down. And this will be an icing. Hardy comes back, makes the touch, and play stops. We're in the second. 14:15 to go, and the Caps leading 6-2. Having good times with friends, use good sense, and drink responsibly, please. Know when to say when. A reminder from Budweiser. Todd Krieger. The Rangers have said when. That's enough goals for the Caps. 6-2.
Well, the thing
6
is,
minutes gone by in the second.
this is the first of 4 games of 6 nights for the Rangers. So you want to try and get the good habits going as much as possible. And they played well here in the second period over the first.
Fans upset. They thought Ridley got there first, but an icing is called. Mike Ridley, who has had 6 20-goal seasons, started with the New York Rangers in his rookie year. He was the Rangers' leading point scorer. It was a low-scoring year.
Doesn't have an offensive line now, as Cicerelli has moved to the line centered by Dale Hunter. So scoring won't come quite as easy. How about the newspapers all over town today here in Washington and in New York and everything else? Bobby Hull chirping about the league. There's nothing, Bobby Hull's a great player, right? But there's nothing more disappointing than to hear Bobby Hull yap about how bad the NHL is. Bobby Hull couldn't name 15 players playing in the National Hockey League, and he takes a rip at them all the time, and it gets tiring to read it after a while. I got to tell you.
John.
I get tired of listening to Bobby Hull talk about how bad hockey is, yet he'll go around the country and sign in card shows and make himself all kinds of money because of hockey. Enough already.
Take that, Bobby.
Oh, it's crazy. After a while, you just start getting tired of it.
Bobby took a shot at his son, Brett.
Oh, that was really... No, I won't get into that. That was really good.
Said Brett could get his head screwed on a little better.
Bobby remembered his name, huh?
Ooh, John.
Ah, it's ridiculous.
On fire. That one gloved by Van Beesbroek. Moved up the board. King trying to clear, was deflected. King able to clear the zone. Lawler there to play it back in. Leach, who assisted on Ogrodnik's goal at 19:59 of the first, to stretch his point-scoring streak to 14. Second time he has reached 14. That's a league high this season, and he now has assists in 12 straight games, and that continues to add to his team record. Turcotte pushing it ahead. Leach back to Turcotte. Rangers move in. Turcotte shoots. Save. Lius trying to go high on Lius. King is hit by Lawler. Broughton moves in. Puck is still loose. King looking for it. Turcotte's looking for it. Comes free to the near boards, and Broughton goes after it with Pavanka on him. Rangers regroup in center ice. 12:45 to go in the second. 6-2. Caps leading it. All 6 goals. All 8 goals in the first period. Rangers without Joe Cirella. They took a 5-minute major for slashing, and Jan Eriksson, who is out for the rest of the game with bruised ribs, and he's watching the game in our studio. Jan, if you're listening, hope you're better in a hurry. Nemchinov has the puck. He was stopped on 2 breakaways in the first period. Hardy's got the puck now. Lead to Nemchinov. Moving in against Lawler. Still with it. Beats Koser. The backhander. Score! Joey Koser with a beauty. And it's 6-3. A great setup by Nemchinov.
The Rangers have worked the puck very deep in this period, and they have actually outshot the Caps on a very one-sided shooting as far as shots on goals go. Nemchinov with a good work here, and he finds Koser, and Koser scores on a low shot on the backhand that caught the Ute moving to his right a little bit. Joey Koser with a couple of scoring chances in the period prior to this one. Takes the puck here, just makes sure he puts it on goal. He goes against the grain with a shot, and all of a sudden it's 6-3.
Nemchinov now has an 11-game point-scoring streak with the assist.
We got those streaks going, huh?
Oh, man, we got streaks galore. Hardy to Moeller, 6-3 game. A lot of time remaining. Still haven't played half of this game yet. Nemchinov with a puck. Slides through Messier. Messier tied up with Hatcher. Hunter's got it. Randy Burridge looking for Kalle Johansson. All the way down. Van Beesbroek stops it for Hardy. 6-3 the score. Moeller moves it up to Koser. Koser gets his 6th of the season from Nemchinov and Hardy at 7:47. Whistle stops play with 11:32 to go in the second. Couple of minor moves today. Greg Millen was traded to Detroit for a mid-round draft pick, and Guy LaRose, a center at Binghamton, traded for Mike Stevens. Guy LaRose going to the Toronto organization. Mike Stevens is Scott Stevens' older brother.
Older brother, right, and a strong kid. Two guys that were unhappy. LaRose was unhappy at Binghamton, and Stevens was unhappy in the Toronto organization, so they made the deal. And don't be surprised if Greg Millen ends up on the coaching staff next year in Detroit. Neil Smith, I think, more than anything else, got fair trade value for him, but did Greg Millen a favor, and Greg Millen mentioned that openly today, that he thanked the Rangers organization and Neil Smith for getting him a job in the league, and somewhere he'll be able to continue his future.
That puck was tipped up into the crowd, stopping play. We talked to Neil Smith, and I asked him about the trade for Greg Millen, and I said to him, or asked him, whether that now douses the rumors that John Van Beesbroek will be traded. And he said, yeah, I would say so. No.
He said one didn't have anything to do with the other, but it should quieten down the majority of the talk regarding Beezer and where he'll be playing hockey. And he's played pretty fine for the Rangers this season. Shots this period, by the way, 9-3 in favor of the Rangers, and they have the only goal, yet they still trail by 3.
Beukeboom with a booming hit on Druce, and he's still down. Pass across, cleared out by Bondra, and the whistle's got to stop play. Druce has not moved.
Yeah, he was right down looking at the puck. His head was down looking at the puck, and Jeff Beukeboom just moved across, and boom, did he hit him. The boomer caught him. You'll see, look at Druce, look down, and boom. Man, clean hit. Nothing against the rules whatsoever regarding that hit. You see a little hook from behind holding up Druce, and he saw, oh man, he saw Beukeboom at the last second, knew it was coming, and he now is sitting up. Stan Wong, the trainer, out trying to help John Druce gather his thoughts.
Druce trying to collect himself here as play is stopped. 10 go in the second. Caps leading the Rangers 6-3.
In the first period. Hits like that from the Rangers. Here we are in the second period. The Rangers haven't had to hit a lot in the second period because they've had the puck the majority of the time.
I have to correct myself. Mike Stevens is the younger brother of Scott Stevens by a year and a half. Scott is 27. Mike is 26.
Can't believe it.
And Mike has played briefly in the NHL with Boston, the Islanders, and Toronto.
Can't believe you were wrong.
Oh, I get my youth mixed up here. Mike Stevens, now a member of the Rangers organization, reporting directly to Binghamton. Kalle Johansson has had an outstanding season for the Caps, whose point production and goal production has gone up, and they have good offensive defensemen. Iafrate has been terrific. So has Kevin Hatcher, and so has Kalle Johansson. And a little rub down for John Druce.
He got to the right bench, so he's doing all right.
10:45 to go in the second. Rangers trailing by 3. They did trail by 5. Interception. Shot by Ridley. Blocked. Comes out of the zone. Lamonti left it for Messier. Messier finds Leach. Leach trying to split the defense. Finds Graves. Save off the glove of Liut. And up into the crowd it goes.
I tell you, you can't ask for more from the Rangers in the second period. They're flying.
Well, we talked about having been off in that first period was to find their legs. And unfortunately, when they found their legs, they were 5 goals down.
Good pass from Leach over to Graves, and you have to release it quick before you get checked. He does that, and Mike Liut deflected the puck up over the crossbar with his catching hand. Just good passing right through the neutral zone. Messier to Leach. Now he moves in, and he finds Graves as 2 defensemen went to Brian Leach. Brian Leach has great vision. When he senses both defensemen are coming to him, he'll find the open man with a nice pass.
Dale Hunter moves it up to Mike Ridley. Ridley trying to lead Kelly Miller. Leach goes back for the puck. Miller forechecking as Leach delivers to Moeller. Out for Messier. Messier comes across. Amonte down the right wing boards. Lead for Amonte. Hops over his stick. Graves going for it. It's up the boards. Moeller keeps it in. Around it goes. And Messier's there to play it. Looks around. He's checked by Langway. Pushes it to Brian Leach. Leach lifts it ahead. Iafrate checks Amonte. Graves working against Todd Krieger. Try to put it out in front. Langway still checking Messier. They wrestle. Graves has the puck and heads for the net. He's taken down. Penalty called. Rangers get a power play shot. It's a save by Liut. Another shot goes wide on the delayed penalty.
Brian Leach missed an open net from the side. Krieger will get the 2 minutes. The Rangers forwards worked to Monty, Graves, and Messier and drew the penalty.
Scoring summary is brought to you by your New York, New Jersey GMC truck dealers. The only goal by Joey Kocur at 7:47 from Nemchinov and Hardy. The shots on goal, the Rangers 18 and the Caps 4. On the power play, the Rangers 0 for 5 in the game and the Caps 3 for 8. And the Rangers unable to take advantage of a 2-man advantage. And that really hurt their chances to make a comeback in this game.
Well, you got to make completion.
Start the second period. See the numbers. Washington just devastating in third periods this year. Beukeboom against Krieger. Leach moves it up the boards. Rangers will be back here in Washington February the 7th. This is the 5th meeting of the season. The Caps have won the first 3. 5-1, 5-3, 5-3, and the Rangers won the last one, 5-3. Leach has the puck. Graves for Amonte. Now to Messier. Knocked away from him by Krieger, kept in by Leach. Messier has it. Beukeboom, wrist shot just wide. Well, Grodnik, Messier, and Kocur, the goal scorers for the Rangers in this game. Pavanka had a hat trick in the first period. Kristich has 2, and Burridge has the other one. Patrick. Now Mark Hardy, who started tonight's game 4th in the league in the plus-minus ratings, a +21, and he's even tonight. Been on for a goal against and on for 1 scored. Kristich moving in, unable to beat Patrick. Patrick stays with him. And now Nemchinov, who has had 3 superb scoring chances, and all 3 have been stopped by Mike Liut. Blocked in front by Alan May, who's seen his first ice time in a long time.
Center ice on this shift. I don't know if Pavanka's made it back for the third period.
In front for Kristich, broken up by Patrick. Bondra gets to it. Peter Bondra across, tipped by Patrick, and Kocur brings it out. Kocur across against Sylvain Cote, an offside whistle against the Rangers. Kocur taken down on the play.
I don't think Pavanka has made it back for the third period. Something happened to him. Oh, now he comes on the ice. He just stepped out from the locker room runway of the Capitals as he does up his chin strap. So we saw Alan May play a shift at center ice. He did play a shift or 2 at center ice during the last Caps game, and that was in Washington. So Pavanka has returned. I don't know if it was equipment or a medical problem or whatever. The game was in Philadelphia, pardon me, between the Caps and the Flyers. I get that right.
Turcotte, King, and Gartner on now for the Rangers with Leach and Moeller. Liut stops the puck for Kalle Johansson. 6-3, Caps leading it. Almost 2 minutes gone by in the third period. Liut is playing only for the second time in the last 8 games. Don Beaupre had started 6 of the last 7. Gartner slowed down by Hatcher, but Turcotte scores!
Oh boy, how about the pass up ice? The catch Gartner. Gartner knew he couldn't break in on the breakaway. He wouldn't have gotten there. So he dropped it off to Turcotte, who put it through Mike Liut. He didn't really beat him with an accurate shot, but the quickness of the release. Little pass backwards to Turcotte. He just snapped it. And it went between the arm and body, I believe, and Mike Liut. This is the pass I was talking about. Moeller to catch Gartner. Nearly a breakaway, but he's covered. There's Turcotte. He just snaps it. right by the hand of Mike Liut. A quick release by Turcotte. And the Rangers are 2 goals away.
Can I give another streak?
5 straight games for Turcotte with points. His 3rd goal in the last 5. And the Rangers are now within 2. They had trailed by 5. It was 6-1 at one point in the first period. Now it's 6-4. Leach leading Gardner. Save Liut. And cleared aside by Iafrate. Rangers applying the pressure now. Gardner taken down by Miller, but Fraser didn't see it. Puck out of the zone. 2-on-1 developing. Now it's evened up by Graves coming back to pick up Miller. That shot hit the crossbar and went out. And the faceoff outside the zone with 17-17 to go in the 3rd. Thanks, Lisa, for the update. Rangers here trailing 6-4. Turcotte with his 11th from Gartner and Moeller at 2:10, cutting the Caps lead to 2. Joey Kocur with the puck.
Now we have May on the ice on the right side of Pavanka and Kristich, the 2 Europeans, much like Kocur on the right side with Eriksson and Nemchinov when they're together.
Kocur against Johansson. Puck picked up by Nemchinov. Lead to Ogrodnik moving it against Hatcher. Feet and Nemchinov couldn't get a shot off as he was picked up nicely by Kristich. Up the boards, knocked down by Patrick. Wrists it toward the net. It's knocked down by Pavanka. Fires it out of the zone. Patrick there to intercept. Kocur's got the puck. Lifts it into the corner. Bounces down to Johansson. Up the boards, Ogrodnik trying to stop it. Centered out in front for Nemchinov. But Hatcher there to intercept. Caps 3-on-2. Kristich across. Kristich shoots wide. Around the boards to Cicerelli. Plays it toward the net. Deflects into the corner, and Kristich is there. Hardy picks him up, and a hard hit by King, who led with his left elbow. Hardy's got the puck. Out to Broughton. Going up to the 4-minute mark now in the 3rd period. It's 6-4. The Rangers, who were down 6-1 in the 1st, have come back to cut it to 2. All the way across now to the zone. Beukeboom, who will begin his suspension, a 4-game suspension following tonight's game. He will miss the next 4 against the Islanders, Pittsburgh, Winnipeg, and Chicago. He will return for the game at New Jersey on January the 4th. Rolling puck, Brian Leach picks it up. 15:35 to go in the 3rd. 6-4. Caps lead it. The puck deflects over the boards into the penalty box, stopping play.
You mentioned about Beukeboom and what he'll do regarding his suspension when it starts. The Caps, Hatcher, his brother, of course, that's, I think
Kristich.
You're looking at Kristich right there. He's banged up after that hit by Chris King moments ago. But anyway, Hatcher's brother, who plays for Minnesota, serving a 10-gamer, he'll go to the University of North Dakota to stay in shape and work out with that team. This is the hit. And the hand and forearm, you see the forearm come right into the face of Kristich. You were off by a couple of inches. You said elbow. It was awful close.
I think it all got
Wow.
him.
Sure did.
Messier moving with a puck, broken up by Iafrate. Gartner works it free. Gartner centers, and it's intercepted by Miller. It comes out. Krieger goes to the right side. Miller across to Krieger. Blocked by Leach. On the pass back, Graves sweeps it ahead. Picked up by Krieger, keeps it in. Beukeboom goes back for it. Miller bearing down on him. Around it comes to Brian Leach. A little over 5 minutes gone by. 3rd period. 6-4. Caps leading it. Leach picks up the puck. Ahead for Messier. 2-on-1 with Gartner against Langway. Messier shoots it wide. Krieger's got it. There's the zone.
Late hit by Adam Graves on Krieger. And that'll be a penalty as Graves put his leg out in the offensive zone. Penalty coming up to the Rangers.
14:44 to go in the 3rd. Caps on a power play. 2 to go in the 3rd. 5:18 the time of the penalty to Adam Graves for tripping. And the Caps get their 9th power play of the game. They scored 3 during a 5-minute major against Joey Sorella in the 1st period. And the Caps are 3 for 8. Rangers down by 2. Van Beesbroek finds an opening. Bangs it off the glass and all the way down. 6-4. Caps leading it. Liut plays it for Hatcher with Broughton on him. Broughton and Turcotte. Moeller and Hardy for the Rangers. Takeaway. Turcotte moving in. For Broughton, he scores! A short-handed goal! The Rangers are within 1. 6-5.
And that's a short-handed goal. 1 apiece now in this game. Hatcher flattened Broughton after he scored. And the Rangers felt like getting right after Hatcher and changed their mind. The Rangers bench up and cheering. Gary Murray with a look of concern. They were in good shape, leading by 2 with the power play. Turcotte with a wonderful pass across. Broughton's right there. Boom. In past Liut before he got into the goal crease. And that was the hit that upset the Ranger players. A delayed hit after the goal. That's the old one potato, two potato, and a cross check to the ribs.
That should have been a penalty.
That's exactly right.
But the Rangers celebrate the goal. Turcotte, a beautiful play to set up Broughton. Broughton, a shorthanded goal, so each team has now scored a shorthanded goal. Broughton from Turcotte at 5:41. Turcotte with a goal and an assist here in the third. And suddenly, this is a one-goal game.
Say what you want about the Rangers, but one thing to keep in mind, they don't roll over and die like years past. They have a lot of composure and guts, and they're showing it.
What a comeback. Pavanka for Iafrate. Hit by, put out in front. Pavanka had his shot blocked. Cote moves it down the board. Still a power play for the Caps. 1:10 to go on the man advantage. Messier chips it out of the zone. Nemchinov going forward with Cote. They bang. Cote recovers the puck. Nemchinov after him. Slows him down. Nemchinov bothering Cote. He's able to move it to Pavanka. 50 seconds to go on the power play. Ridley across with Cicerelli. Ridley forced back by Beukeboom. Feed to Pavanka. Pass intended for Cote. Hatcher moves in. Takeaway by Turcotte. And he tries to break out. Turcotte gets to the puck. Controls it. Good work by Turcotte. Now it's knocked out by Cote. 30 seconds to go on the Caps power play. 13:10 to go in the third. It's 6-5. Rangers trailed 6-1. Hatcher stops it and shoots. Stick save, Van Beesbrook. Turcotte clears.
Boy, Turcotte's playing like a man possessed.
Wow.
He's had a strong game. It's kind of something that Randy Gillen's added to the roster. All of a sudden, players get pushed for jobs, and Turcotte has responded. He's played well here.
Real well. Hunter across. Patrick is there. Patrick stops him. Moves the puck up the boards. It bounces down to Kristich. His pass gets picked by Broughton out of the zone. Liut comes way out to play it away from Messier. Gave it away to Gartner. Gartner tries to get across the line. He beats Messier. Messier shoots, and it's blocked. Here's Graves turning, shooting, saved by Liut, and he holds it.
You know, the reason the Rangers didn't shoot the puck when Liut was out of the net was because Messier was still in the zone, and it would have been offside.
Rangers coming back from 5 goals down.
Oh, the Rangers work to kill off the Cap power play. Mike Gardner stole the puck. Messier with the shot that went to the front. And look at the effort by Graves. Liut hangs on, and the Caps are hanging on right now as the Rangers have battled and battled. There's 12:27 remaining in the third. It's 6-5 Washington.
Caps power play is over. Teams are at full strength. The Caps are now 3 for 9 on the power play in the game.
Monty sitting. Mike Gartner on the right side with Graves and Messier. We haven't seen this combination very often at all season long.
Rangers have now outshot the Caps over the last period and 7:33 of this one, 22-5.
They were controlling the game 3 or 4 minutes prior to those penalties that they took and gave Washington all the opportunity on the power play.
The Rangers mounting a huge comeback. It's a 6-5 game with 12:10 to go in the third. Miller across the line. Shot by Krieger. Save Van Beesbrook. He's got it. Stops with 12:05 to go in the third. New York Rangers hockey is brought to you in part by Payne Weber. We believe our most important investment is an investment in relationships.
For hockey fans out there, well, first of all, we'll take a look at the last Cap scoring chance as the puck is taken care of at the Washington blue line. And Mike Gartner really hustles back. As Krieger will get the puck, Gartner hustles back right there to force the puck wide, and then Van Beesbrook with a pretty easy save. Anyway, hockey fans out there that are interested, the World Junior Championship started today in Germany. And Team USA with a real big, good, solid win, 5-1 over Team Finland. Canada beat the host team, Germany, 5-4. Sweden beat the Czechs, 8-4, and I guess you call it Russia now,
Russia.
Huh? Russia beat Switzerland, 10-2.
And Alexei Kovalev, the Rangers' first-round draft pick this year, is playing on the Russian team. And Neil Smith will be heading for Germany tomorrow to watch the World Juniors. They also have a Swedish player playing there.
Fire up the satellite dish, Schmoozer, because there'll be some good hockey on there through New Year's.
All right.
Future NHLers in that tournament. There'll be some great players.
Puck bounces wide of the net. Moeller's got it. 11:40 to go in the third. 6-5. Caps leading it. Hardy. Nice move in center ice. Gave it to King. It rolls into the corner. Iafrate backboard. Broughton on him. King is there. Trying to work it free. Up the boards. Bondra against Hardy. Caps. Pavanka leading Druce. 3-on-2 through the neutral zone. Druce breaks wide against Moeller. Now it's Sylvain Cote. His pass deflected by King, who grabbed the stick of Cote and threw it away.
No, he hit it. He hit it. Knocked it right out of his hands.
I shouldn't accuse Chris King of doing that. Here's Bondra. Pavanka with a puck against Leach. Pavanka, who's got a hat trick in the game, heading for the net. Pavanka's in. And he was forced behind the net by Turcotte. Pass intercepted by Broughton, and he's able to clear the zone.
And Pavanka looked like he tried everything possible to find an open man to pass the puck. And finally, Turcotte seemed to save the day as it was time to take the shot.
And 45 to go in the third. Long pass. Tipped by Nemchinov. Able to sweep it across to Koser. Koser tried to move it down the boards. He does. Behind the net. Cicerelli against Ogrodnik. Out in front. Nemchinov. He's robbed again by Liut. The fourth time tonight. Nemchinov has been right in front. Here's a 2-on-1. Cicerelli and Burridge against Beukeboom. Long pass. Got past Burridge. Burridge plays it behind the net. Ogrodnik gets there to move it around the boards. Past Hunter and all the way out of the zone.
Beukeboom forced Cicerelli to make a bad pass, and then Beukeboom rode Cicerelli into the backboards. Smashed him in the mouth and just battled him. Oh, man. Up the puck deep. Ogrodnik worked the puck out front. And poor Sergei. He's had four glorious scoring chances in this game, and he got robbed on that play. Watch King here. This is that hit, Sam, where he moves right across, and boom, just grazing Cote, knocking the stick right out of his hands.
Messier has the puck. Across the Graves. That's kept in by Ridley at the line. Tipped wide by Miller.
That's a no-no.
Yeah, Rangers with a bad giveaway.
Off the boards. Not through the middle.
Gardner able to push it out of the zone. Krieger has it back. We're past the midway point of the third period. 9:45 to go in the third. 6-5. Caps lead it. Here's Gardner. Gardner moving into shooting position. Save Liut. Rebound. Patrick. Save Liut. Another backhander. Messier is being hooked by Langway. Messier, had he gone down, might have drawn a penalty.
Just took the thought right out of my mind. Exactly right.
Miller moving in. Nice feed to Ridley. Stopped by Van Beesbrook. Put it in front. Van Beesbrook's got it.
Well, it doesn't get any better than this. Wow, what action at both ends. Great efforts by both teams. And Van Beesbrook didn't sit back in the net. He went right out and challenged and stole the puck right away. Gardner with a shot. James Patrick follows up. He'll get the rebound shot. And he can't drive it past Mike Liut as Messier waits to the side of the net. Now the Caps come off ice with a nice little pass right here. You'll see Ridley break in. Look at Van Beesbrook. Stick extended, feet apart. He challenged Ridley and robbed him. Great action.
Graves coming back to help out. 9:22 to go. Caps leading 6-5. Put the shoulder harness on me now. I'm jumping down to my feet. Every rush down the ice. And here comes Joey Koser out with a puck, joined by John Ogrodnik. Koser against Johansson. Koser still with it. Picked up by Nemchinov. To Ogrodnik, and it's saved by Liut. And he's got it underneath him.
Oh, what effort by the three players. Koser, Nemchinov, and Ogrodnik. Seems every time the puck's dropped, somebody's getting a scoring chance. And Mike Liut simply robs the Rangers. May now trying to get at somebody, and Koser stepped in. And may get himself a minor. I'm not sure. Maybe not. Nemchinov is hurting. Nemchinov is hurting right now as he can't straighten up his body. Look at the play by Liut as Ogrodnik is robbed, and there's the play by Hatcher knocking down Nemchinov, and he can't get to the bench. He just now gets there. He is hurting. Now the puck's dropped. We'll watch the Rangers move up ice. Joey Koser, look at this. Man, does he handle the puck well through the neutral zone. And he'll find Nemchinov right here, who will find Ogrodnik. And does Nemchinov ever pay there? He got flattened again by Hatcher with a stick across the ribs. and he is still hurting on the Rangers bench.
Last time the Rangers played the Caps here, December the 13th, Rangers had 43 shots on goal. They have 41 right now with 9 minutes to play in the third period. They're out shooting the Caps 41-24. Caps leading 6-5. Leach and Turcotte move in with King. Feed to King. He shoots. He scores! He scores! The Rangers have tied it!
And Brian Leach helps move the puck up ice. The puck's dropped again, and somebody gets a scoring chance, and it's been all Rangers. What efforts they have put up here as Nemchinov sits on the bench with his head down in pain. The Rangers get a hold of the puck, and on a rolling shot, the rolling puck, Chris King found the inside of the post. Look at Leach move up ice. That's what Brian Leach is known for. Turcotte goes to one side, King the other. A little snapper, and it's past Mike Liut. We have a 6-6 game. Brian Leach, everybody thinks he's going to give it on the forehand side to Turcotte, but he goes against the grain, and Chris King just hit the open side. Wow, what a comeback.
I have to tell you, I've watched Rangers hockey for over 30 years. This is incredible. What a comeback by this team. Down 6-1. It's 6-6. Krieger's got it. Now Ridley in front, knocked away by Van Beesbrook. Centered across. Ridley's got the puck. Now it's Miller. Backhands it in front. It's knocked away from Krieger. Lifted by Gartner out of the zone. Bounces down at center. Graves against Iafrate. One thing, though, John, there's a lot of time remaining, and the Rangers can't rest on their laurels.
Yeah, after getting the tie, they have to continue to press, and I don't see any reason why they won't. I mean, Washington's going to get some chances. Van Beesbrook just made a good play.
Iafrate moving in. Trying to ward off the check of Gartner. Then he's knocked down on a collision with Moeller. Ridley fanned on, gave it away. Hardy, Messier, and Graves on a 3-on-2. Johansson and Miller are there. Feed to Graves. Across to Gartner. He scores! The Rangers lead! 7-6.
And the former Capital scores. It's Mike Gartner. Remember, the Rangers have had their bench shortened. 2 players have been out for the last 2 periods. Mark Hardy joined the play as the 3rd man. The 4th man was Mike Gartner. This was a giveaway by Ridley at the Rangers blue line. The Rangers move up ice. You don't even see Gartner yet. Now you do. Adam Graves gives it to him, and Mike Liut got caught moving. Wow, a former Capital gives the Rangers a 7-6 lead. There's Ridley giving the puck away to Hardy. Now you see the 3 Rangers move up ice. There's the 4th. It's Gartner. Great pass work. Sensational comeback. What a gutty hockey club this is.
11 goals in the last 12 games from Mike Gartner. Take another look as Messier sets it up.
And it's worth looking at. Graves with a great pass. Graves drew 2 people to him, plus Liut was expecting a Graves shot. He just gave it over to Gartner, and boom.
2 goals in a minute. King from Leach at 11:07 tied it. King's 5th of the year. Gartner is 21st from Messier and Graves at 12:07. Rangers lead 7-6. They trailed 6-1 late in the first period. They got a goal at 19:59 by Ogrodnik to make it 6-2.
1959.9.
That's right. And then Rangers scored 1 goal in the second, and when they didn't score on the 5-on-3, John, I thought that might take the wind out of them. But here they have scored 4 goals in the third and lead 7-6 with 7:15 to go.
Against the team that has been renowned for the third period, the Capitals.
Hardy back for the puck, icing on the Caps. 7:08 to go. Third period. The Rangers with an incredible comeback lead it. Put in an incredible effort.
Remember, it was 6-1 before the end of the first period. Then it was 6-2, and the Rangers still had time on their side. And if you followed this team all season long, you know what I'm talking about. This team just has something about them this season that makes them not die. They continue and continue and continue.
Iafrate hit by King hard. Broughton got it to King. And then Cote able to take it back. Dmitry Kristich, he's hit by King. Turcotte moves across, he shoots, save. Liut may have hit him in the mask.
That's the second time this game he's eaten one. Wow.
King plays it down. Iafrate has the puck. Broughton is there. 6:40 to go in the third. Rangers leading 7-6. Patrick pinches in against Kristich. Cote plays the puck. Cote moving. Able to lead Kristich, who has 2 goals. They were in the first period when the Caps scored all 6 of their goals. Great moves by Kristich, but unable to beat Patrick on the play.
Oh,
then King slams Kristich.
Oh, man, a high hit.
Van Beesbrook comes out to challenge Kristich. Cote keeps the puck in. King's got it. Backhands it out of the zone. Rangers are out shooting the Caps 9-2 here in the third. They outshot them 18-4 in the second. And 44-24 for the game.
Okay, Kristich looks like he's dazed a little bit. He made it back to the bench. Has he ever been hammered?
That's the second time he's been dazed by King.
Well, he's been hammered in the second half of this game.
Beukeboom picks up the puck. 5:50 to go in the third. 7-6. Rangers leading it. 2 away. When it was 6-1, you made a big mistake, but we're glad you're back.
Rangers have gone with 3 lines. They don't have Erickson. He's out with an injury. And Amonte and Wade have been sitting.
Good point.
The 2 kids have been waiting, and the Rangers have gone with 3 lines, and they have worked all 3 of them.
And they lost Sorella early in the game with a 5-minute major. Van Beesbrook plays it up the board. Messier trying to gain control, works it past Hatcher. Gartner going for the puck against Cote. Gartner has it, leaves it for Graves. Graves against Krieger. Graves around the net. Wraparound was blocked by Liut. Good effort by Adam Graves. 5:10 to go in the third. Ogrodnik's got it. And suddenly the Caps unable to pick up their game. The Rangers have just charged past Washington with a superb third period. 4 goals here in the third. Koser. And it's the second time, John, in the game against Pittsburgh, they came up with a big 4-goal third period.
The thing so far, and there's 4:40 remaining, is you're not seeing quality scoring chances that often by the Caps.
Hunter against Moeller. Hunter pass in front, just missed by Burridge.
That's good back-checking by Joey Koser. Stayed right with Burridge as Burridge drove to the net.
4:25 to go in the third. Hunter brings it across again. Drop to Cicerelli. He moves it against Moeller. Backhander. Save Van Beesbrook. Moved around the boards by Moeller.
This has been the best Caps line throughout the season, right here. Burridge, Hunter, and Cicerelli, and you have to pay attention to them when you have the lead by 1 goal, because they're going to go all out offensively.
Johansson playing it into the corner. Caps looking to change. Hardy drives it up the boards, blocked by Burridge. He tries the other side to Moeller. Just under 4 minutes to go in the third. Turcotte taken away by Burridge. Plays it over to Bondra. Bondra drives it around the boards. Broughton gets to it, lifts it clear. Caps chase it down with 3:45 to go in the third. Rangers 7, Caps 6. Cross to Kristich, moving in, couldn't beat Beukeboom. Bangs him down.
He's going to have bruises from A to Z. Kristich is going to be one sore hockey player when he wakes up tomorrow.
The Boomer let him have it again.
Baby.
He has boomed some people tonight. This will be an icing on the Rangers. Play stops. 3:20 to go in the third. The Rangers have scored 4 in the third and lead. We'll be right back.
Had a great first period with 2 goals. Since that point, he's been banged around, and believe me, up high. You saw that time, Beukeboom had the right arm right up around the face of Kristich. They have battered him around, and when you're going to play the game of hockey, you have to play tough.
Iafrate shot it wide off the faceoff that was won by Ridley. 3:15 to go in the third. Iafrate with Langway. Krieger. Ridley and Miller. Miller gets the pass, moves in against Leach. Leach stays with him. Miller keeps it alive, works his way free, gets the shot off. It went wide, went through Beukeboom and wide of the net. Kept in, bounces behind the net. Ridley tries to put it out in front. Miller is being tied up with Beukeboom, rather with Graves, and Graves able to push it to the line. Kept in by Iafrate to Krieger. His shot is blocked by Beukeboom. Another shot deflects off Miller. Messier moves it up the board. Langway is there.
Graves lost his stick and still hasn't got it back.
Banged off the boards. Leach able to get it to Messier. Messier trying to work his way out of the zone. He does, using his stick and his skate. Messier brings it across with Gartner. Drop to Gartner. He shoots high off the glass. 2:25 to go on the third. 7-6 Rangers. Ridley lost control. Messier takes it away. Messier comes back with King. Messier faking. Messier to King. It was tipped by Iafrate. Burridge back for the puck. Forechecking is Broughton. Burridge heads up ice. Now it's Calle Johansson. All the way across for Hunter. Hunter moves in against Hardy. Hunter looking. Hunter pass across to Johansson. He turns. He shoots. It's knocked down by Patrick. King has the puck. Tipped out by Turcotte with 1:52 to go in the third. Rangers leading 7-6. All the way across for Ciccarelli. Moeller. Blocked by Ciccarelli. Moeller lifts it this time into the Rangers bench and play stops. 1:42 to go in the third period. And a real winner knows how to party right. Please use good sense when you drink. Know when to say when. A reminder from Budweiser.
This game is such a great game to watch things behind the play. As the whistle sounded, Dale Hunter tripped up Chris King. And then as King was sliding to a stop at center ice, Hunter skated by and just rubbed his shin pad right into the face and grazed it across the face of Chris King.
What a pal, huh?
Oh, just to watch these two teams battle, and what a rivalry it's grown into. How about Joey Mullen tonight, Sam?
How about the Penguins, who are leading Toronto 12-1. Lemieux has 7 points in the game. Mullen has his second straight 4-goal game. He has 8 goals in 2 games. What a night for Joey Mullen.
We have a timeout called now by the Rangers as it's getting to the point where nothing surprises me anymore this year with the Rangers because of the intentional fortitude that this team seems to have grown from within.
1:42 to go. Pavanka, Kristich, and Vondra, Hatcher and Johansson for the Caps. Leach works his way free.
And Nemchinov is a tough guy, too.
He's back on. Yeah. Nemchinov on with Messier and Graves, Leach and Beukeboom.
I think it's 3 times this year Washington has scored a goal once they've pulled their goaltender. So they're pretty good at that drill. Liut's still in there, and there's 1:20 remaining in the third.
Leach off the boards and out. Johansson has it. Graves on him. Ahead for Kristich. Kristich knocked away by Nemchinov. Graves gets it to Nemchinov. He plays it down the boards into the corner. 1:05 to go. Johansson starts up ice. Liut looking to the bench. Liut heads for the bench. Hatcher plays it in the Rangers zone. Less than a minute to go. Caps net is empty. Pavanka shoots. Knocked down by Leach. Leach turns. Plays it ahead. It rolls out of the zone. Iafrate, the man off the bench, is the extra skater. Drives it back in. Leach has the puck. Tries to clear it out. It's tipped out by Graves. Iafrate back for it. 40 seconds to go. Rangers leading 7-6. Iafrate giveaway. Nemchinov scores. He scores an empty net goal.
That's justice. That's justice for Nemchinov for the way he's played and couldn't beat Liut on 4 glorious scoring chances. He played tough. He played hurt. And then he gets a gimme as Iafrate just gave it away. He lost it, actually. And Nemchinov gets a gift. Iafrate had visions of trapping Nemchinov deep and moving it up ice. Uh-oh.
That's not Mike Liut in goal anymore.
Oh, do you believe this? What a comeback by New York's Rangers. They trailed 6-1. They now lead 8-6. And they can start thinking about the Islanders. 35 seconds left, 2-goal lead.
Sergei Nemchinov, who has stretched his point-scoring streak to 11, scores the goal. The empty net goal. The Rangers will clinch it. 25 seconds to go.
Rangers put a couple of tough wingers on the ice here, King and Kosar, just to make sure nothing happens through frustration late in the game.
Caps send it in. John Van Beesbroek has played the last 2 periods. The Rangers have dominated play, carrying it to the Caps. Van Beesbroek has made a couple of good saves. The Rangers win. The Rangers, with 7 unanswered goals, are tied for first place. They have come from behind to beat the Caps 8-6.
Remember this, too. The Mike Ridley breakaway, when the Caps only trailed, they led by 1 goal at the time, and Van Beesbroek, who didn't have a lot of work over the 2 periods, came right out, challenged, and stopped Mike Ridley on that breakaway to allow the Rangers to continue their comeback, which they achieved.
Nemchinov unassisted at 19:25, an empty net goal, his 17th goal of the season, his 9th in the last 11 games.
You got to start to believe in this team. Isn't that something? Wow.
The Rangers have a season-high 7-game winning streak. They have beaten the Capitals unbelievably, 8-6.